and welcome back to my channel. This is Caitlin from Caitlin Plans, and today I'm going to be planning in my big catch-all happy planner for the week of July 11th through 17th. And the big things that are happening this week are my sticker shop release, which is going to be happening on Friday, July 15th at 2 p.m. Central Time. The details for that will be down below. There will be a sticker design reveal coming on my channel shortly, although if you're following me over on Instagram, I am starting to sneak peek some stuff in my stories, so make sure you check that out. Other than that, just some work stuff. The Bachelorette, well, it's Bachelorette's plural this time, is starting on Monday, so I gotta get that in there. But before I show you what I'm going to use, I'm just going to show you what I ended up doing with last week's. So I know I had talked about like bullet points in that, and you can kind of see it bleeding through just slightly, but I ended up using that dot pen to do the bullet points, and I think that turned out really well. So this week is like not completely filled in. Still working on Sunday because it is Sunday, but I love the way this one turned out, so I'm going to flip over to the next week in the catch-all and we're going to get this set up. I've been holding on to these whale stickers from According to Allie for a little bit, which I'm excited to plan with these. I ordered a second sheet of them from her shop in my last order, but I'm going to use one sheet of them in this spread, and I'm going to pair them with this sheet from Emmuse Designs. It's called Swirling Woodblock Print, and I thought it might be this like cool kind of oceany vibe to like go underneath the whales. Like this could be a kind of fun clustering element. And another fun announcement before we start this video, I know it's a super long intro today, I am officially a rep for Emmuse Designs, so you can use my code Caitlin15 for 15% off in their shop. I will have that link down below, kind of in my like typical like description box link area in every video from now on until the end of my term, but you can use Caitlin15 for 15% off your order. I can't begin to tell you how thrilled I am to be repping one of my favorite shops and supporting my planner bestie, and you'll be seeing more Emmuse Design stickers on my channel. So I'm going to use this sheet with the whales. I think this is a good combo. I'm also pulling in a new sticker book. This one is the Colorful Things book. I believe this was exclusive to Staples. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it was Staples. Staples and the Happy Planner website. So I got it on the Happy Planner website using my rewards points because I've just accumulated a whole bunch of them. But I'm going to use these quotes that are the black lettering with the gold outline. I thought that could be kind of fun. Maybe I'll bring in like a washi tape, and this is where the idea starts to get a little bit cloudy. So I have like that option. I also have some scrapbook papers. Like this one has whales on it, but I don't think the color's right. This I think might get a little too busy. And then I like this one because it's a little bit of a heavier dot, and then I have like a regular polka dot. So I think these are my two options here. But before this gets any longer, I'm going to go ahead and pop this off the discs and we will get started. I'm looking at my scrapbook paper options, and I think I want to go with the little bit more simpler dots. This is heavy. It's really pretty. This is the Bow Bunny Beautiful Things scrapbook paper. I also like the back side of it with the raspberries. So I'm going to save this for another project. But I'm going to use the Jen Hadfield one. So this is Jen Hadfield Peaceful Heart. This is a self-care themed scrapbook paper. It has this really cool floral pattern, and I'm not going to use all of the polka dots, so I think the florals will get used again another day. But for this, I think the polka dots just like layered underneath this will probably be my best bet. Just like the spacing of them, for some reason, like the spacing of polka dots and the sizing of polka dots like can convey completely different moods. This one gives me very much Kate Spade polka dots. And for this, I'm gonna do just a few little like touches of it. I'm thinking I want to use it to cover up that area where there was some ghosting up here at the top, but I'm not really sure how exactly I'm gonna go about doing that. So I'll start with like a corner piece to go down here at the bottom of the sidebar. And to get that nice white torn edge, you gotta pull, oh gosh, towards you. That's right, towards you. Oh no, a little too much of that. Okay, so I think I did too well of a job. Also, because this is such a dark color on the back, you're getting a little bit of that around the edges of the like torn edge area. So I'm just gonna go ahead and peel back some of that to clean it up just slightly. This kind of ripped up, but I can layer some stickers on top of it so it won't be like an issue. I'm grabbing my Tombow Mono Dots adhesive. I just picked up another 3-pack of refills for this while I was at Joann's getting the scrapbook paper. They had a 50% off coupon, but you can't use the coupon on things that are on sale, and like the stickers are always on sale. And then like the scrapbook paper is also always on sale. So I was like, oh, I'll just use it for the Tombow refills, which are pricey. So I mean, I'm not upset that I used a 50% off coupon on it because it was like 15 bucks for 3 of them or something like that. What is that, like $5 a refill? I mean, it is $5 a refill, but half off, $2.50 a refill. I think that makes it a little bit better. I'm gonna just use a touch of this underneath the area where it was like peeling forward on me, just to kind of keep it in place when I like put the stickers on top of it. And I'm thinking this will be like a nice little visual interest cluster over here. But which ones do I want to use? And when I had originally purchased these, I was like, maybe I should get 2 of them. And I didn't. And now I'm regretting that choice. I think maybe I should have gotten 2 of these. So I'm peeling these little blue swirly stickers to start as like my base layer. They're kind of delicate, just because they're cut so precisely, like all of the little forms are kind of cut out. But I think that's what makes them really cool. And then I'm gonna layer that in a way that it kind of tacks down the area that I needed to repair. So we're making decisions based on where the scrapbook paper accidentally ripped. Not a bad way to do things. And over in this cluster, I think I wanna use maybe this wheel that kind of looks into the spread. I liked this one. The color on this is like almost an exact match with that Emmuse Designs swirling stuff. But I think I want to put that one like in the central cluster. So this guy is going to be the main whale in this sidebar region. And again, covering up the weird area where it ripped. And I think I might even need some more of the Emmuse Designs woodblock design. So if I take, let's see, like this piece right here, while the whale is still like not fully affixed onto the page, I can like kind of loop this behind. Does that look weird? Like he has something coming out of his mouth? I'll drop it down a little bit so it's not like coming out the top of his head as well. I think that looks fine. So if I do that, maybe I'll take like one more little piece of it, like one of the darker ones perhaps, and kind of put that around here just to kind of frame his face. I think that works out well. I mean, I'm not completely sold on that, but if I add a quote into that cluster, maybe that would help solve some of my problems. So I'm grabbing that Colorful Things book, and what do we want to add over here? Kind of on Monday, Tuesday. So it's just work and then The Bachelor, or The Bachelorette. Time to Plan is good for the beginning of the week. I like Seize the Day, although I think Time to Plan might be better for the weekend. We'll go with Make Today Fun because I'm very excited about this new season of The Bachelorette. Let me know down in the comments if you will also be watching. And I'm not spoiling anything by saying this, but like the big premise this season is that they picked 2 contestants from the last season of The Bachelor to be the lead. I just don't like the spacing on this one, so this is going to come up. So 2 contestants from the last season of The Bachelor to be the leads. And it's not novel because there was one season and I didn't watch this season, so maybe my perception of it is off. But in the earlier days of The Bachelorette, there was one season where they had 2 leads, but then the men voted on who they wanted to stay through the rest of the season. Like on night 1, there were 2 of them and they had to pick, which was incredibly mean. Like, I don't know, I imagine that was like a big confidence hit for whoever got voted off. But this time, they're going to be both around the entire season. So that's like the premise, is that there's 2 bachelorettes this time and they can like bounce ideas off of each other or like talk to each. I don't know if they're like picking from the same group of like men to like date or if they like have separate like contender. I don't know. I'm just excited. I have tried my best not to watch any spoilers or anything. So I'm going into this with like a very open mind. I didn't even look at the biographies of the people who will be like the contestants. I like my Make Today Fun whale cluster over here. I think just to save some of the scrapbook paper from even getting like touched or like ripped into wrong, I'm gonna take my scissors and just cut off the bottom section of this. I'm trying to use the polka dots to cut it as straight as possible, but I can never cut a straight line. Decent? Yeah, that's pretty decent. Now I'm gonna prepare a section of the scrapbook paper to like go over here on like Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm thinking kind of like a free floating blob rather than like trying to match it up with the edge of the page or even like the edge of the boxes. So I'm trying to think of the best way to do this, and that's probably to like attempt to rip a circle out of this. I don't know, like an oval is what I'm thinking, but how on earth am I supposed to do that? The ideas, they make sense in my head, but when they come down to it, I can never do exactly what I want to do. So I'm just going to start by tearing, I guess. That seems like the best way to jump into it. And then I'm going to kind of tear it up towards the straight edge of the page, like this. So I get like the bottom shape of the oval that I'm going for. This is still like the weird edge from the other piece. So I'm going to redo that area real fast. So this part is looking good. And like I could stop here. I could like put it right there and it would be fine. And maybe I should, just to like not ruin it completely. And it doesn't intersect with the dates, but I just don't like the way that it cuts off at the top. So I'm looking at it and I think it dips down a little lower than I would like it to. So I'm gonna rip it into that oval shape. And then if I don't like it, I can cut it down into that straight line once again, just a little bit shorter. So here's like the blob shape I was thinking. It would kind of just like float in the middle like that. And then obviously like we'd have like a whale on top of it and like some more of this. I think that'll be good. Trying different things. Back with the Tombow once again. And then I need to line up my pages just so that the punches like, or I don't know, when I like cut them apart, this thing isn't like super low on one side and like really high on the other. I want the polka dots to be like the right orientation. And then I'm gonna cover up that area. Oh, come on, Caitlin. I'm gonna cover up that area where it's like ghosting through with the dot marker. I'm liking the dot markers a lot, but they are like a little bit heavier than like a mild liner. They're both water-based pens, but like, I don't know, it's a little bit like more opaque and it kind of goes through the pages a little bit more. And also it's no shocker to you that like the Happy Planner pages are a little bit thinner than some other brands of planner. So, I mean, they'll bleed through, but it's not the end of the world and you can get creative, and maybe it gives me a challenge to get even more creative by like layering scrapbook paper or something like that. I'm gently peeling up this large middle sticker, which I think is going to be like the majority of this sticker sheet. But I want that to kind of go down the middle of the spread, so I'm not cutting the two pages apart just yet because I'm probably going to have to cut this with them, because this will go like down over the like punched area of the pages. Oh, come on. I just don't want to rip it. I'm being very careful, but let's see. Now we're going to apply this right on top of the polka dots. And I'm going to gently start like smoothing it out from the middle so that it doesn't get any creases in it. I'm also trying my best to make sure it's like fairly vertical rather than like placed at an angle, but I make no promises. I think that looks good. And then I'll add in the whale. I'm trying to avoid the punched areas with the whale though, because I don't want to like accidentally remove part of his like face. That would be unfortunate. I could even like kind of place it on Tuesday, Wednesday, but I don't know if I like that. Maybe the best solution to this is to like cut and punch the pages so I have a better gauge of where like things are gonna get cut. All right, so I punched the pages again so I can kind of see where like things are going to get cut off, and I'm gonna place the whale now. It wouldn't be terrible to have it split between the two pages, like even ever so slightly. I'm just trying to put his face in between two of the punched like holes. I think that's good placement on that. And now I repeat the process of cutting these pages apart once again, and it'll look a little bit better once it's back on the discs. Like it won't look so crazy like to have them kind of split apart like that, but I think that's a fun looking cluster. I'm gonna work a quote into there as well. So we'll start with, well, we'll pick either Live Boldly or Hello Happy. I don't want to do more than one. I think Live Boldly is really fun and would go well just like right above the whale up here. It gets a little lost in the polka dots. These are clear quotes, so they are a little bit more transparent, but I think it's still legible. Like they are black letters after all. It's kind of difficult for like that to get completely obstructed. I'm going to pause for a minute on the decorative stuff, and I'm going to do like one last cluster over here, I think. But I'm going to start putting the functional stuff onto like this part of the spread, like Monday through Wednesday. And for that, I'm grabbing the Mojo Jojo Plans Black Boxes book, which is like one of my favorites. My new sticker books from her arrived. So I have gray boxes and more, black boxes and more, and then brown boxes and more. So you can see that there's like a noticeable difference in the number of stickers. This one has 532, and then these have like 1485, and that's because the last few pages of the book has like changed into like more functional stuff, so you get like headers, and these are on clear, and I didn't realize that when I bought it, but I'm happy about that. So like headers and days and months, and then bullet points galore, which is great. Checklists, which I could never have enough of those, and then it's like the regular setup. So you get a few less boxes, but it kind of weighs out with like all of this functional stuff in the back. As well, she kind of reformatted them. So like this is the black one, and then this is the like older version of the black one. So the boxes are together on this one so that she was able to like put in an extra column. So it kind of like works out in that way. There's a little less margin in between them, and I think the lines surrounding the boxes are actually a little bit thinner in these books so that you can fit like a lot more of them onto a page. So I'm excited to use this once I run out of this one, but in the meantime, I also have the gray and brown boxes, which are great neutral tones that can be paired with like anything. And maybe I could use the gray ones as my boxes this week. Like I was thinking the black ones because there's black polka dots and black letters, but like could be fun to use this gray tone. There's 3 different gray tones in this book. So there's a darker gray, there's this like mid-tone gray, and then there's like kind of like an icy white gray, I would say. I'm thinking this through, and I think if I make my last cluster, I'm going to want to use the Orca, and that'll be more black. So I think I'm going to really pull the blacks forward, like the black tones in the spread, using the original Black Boxes book. I think that'll be my best bet here. So I'm going to start with Monday, and on Monday, do I want like the smaller boxes for work shifts? Yeah, probably. That should be fine. So I'll start at the top of Monday. I just have work, and then after work, I'm going to come home and I'm going to watch The Bachelorette's premiere. I don't have like a fancy watch party or anything like planned, but I am excited. Maybe I'll make some snacks. I know last season, whatever the last like rendition of the franchise was, I attempted to make some like beer cheese dip and it turned out awful. So that's not what I'm going to be doing on Monday. Let's add in a bigger box so I can write down all the details of like when it's going to be on. And the title's pretty long, so I think it'll be better to have like a little bit more writing space. I don't really need a checklist or anything because my day is kind of booked up with those 2 tasks. And then Tuesday, I think I just have a work shift. Normally, like if I'm really feeling it, I'll use like one of these for a work shift, but it's just a lot of writing room. So maybe I'll just use up this whole sheet of them in this spread today. So Tuesday is just a work shift. So I can put that one right up here at the top, and then we'll just like leave the body of the like column open for now. As far as checklists go, this kind of peeks into the way and this kind of peeks into the way. So it would be like really difficult to get a checklist in there. Although I could use my bullet point markers again. That wouldn't be the end of the world. That blue tone probably would go as well. I think I want to move this quote just ever so slightly to the left though, so that I'm not having like that intersection right there. So if I place this just a little bit more to the left and make sure that I'm not like going over that line, I think I'll have an easier time making a checklist on Tuesday. So we've got Make Today Fun with the whale. I think it looks fine. Okay, so Tuesday's kind of open. I mean, it's going to be an open day, like plans-wise, so I'll have some space to get stuff done. And then Wednesday, I think that's my free day this week, so this will be like my checklist on Wednesday. I'm going to flip over to the other half of the spread and do some functional stuff. So on Thursday, I have an appointment and I have work, so I'll take a slightly bigger sticker for my appointment, and we can put them in the middle box. That way I have room for a checklist like right there. Although if I'm doing a checklist there on Wednesday, maybe I want my checklist to be up in that box. So we'll do commitments down here in this bottom section. And there really isn't a rhyme or reason. Like to which box I'm picking to do all my functional stuff in. It's just kind of whatever will look best in the long run. And everything in this spread will just get like kind of written all over when I start planning in this. So I tend to like write in all the little like crevices that I've left open. We've got Thursday's box. I'm not, I know I keep like moving things around, not sold on the spacing of these two boxes on Monday, so I'm going to bump that one up slightly. I just didn't want them so far apart, so I bumped that up. I also moved the quote one more time because the spacing was just not my favorite, and now I am happy with that. So we're going to leave that as is. I'm going to stop touching the things that don't need to be touched and move on to Friday. So Friday is the day of the sticker release, so I want to get in like a big box for that. I'm assuming the design reveal will probably be live on maybe Wednesday, Tuesday if I'm like feeling really productive. But I gotta like make all the samples and stuff. And I had thought about using stickers from my release in the catch-all this week. But to be completely transparent, none of them are done. Like they're all started. They're all like I would say 75% done, but like they're not finished. So I didn't want to show you something that like wasn't completely finished, because I still have some space to like change things up if I was wanting to. So I will have a design reveal for you coming soon. I spent a lot of time today working on some crustaceans, so like lobsters, crabs, and shrimp, which I think might be my favorite sheet out of this release, which is ironic because I'm really allergic to shellfish, but I think they're fun stickers, so I'm working on those. There's some back to school stuff coming, more state flowers, just a variety of like summery stuff. So stay tuned for the release on Friday. That's 2 p.m. Central Time, and I'll leave the details down below in the description if you're interested in like reading out a little bit more. I placed a box for the sticker reveal, and then Em and I are filming a podcast episode, and we've been slacking on the podcast. I think there's a new episode that's supposed to go up today, if not tomorrow. I was going to edit it and then just got really busy. I'm taking another piece of this scrapbook paper and I want it to like kind of come in from the side over here. So I'll start like with this upper corner and just kind of tear a semicircle. And I'm trying to get that white edge to be consistent with the other pieces, although I really don't like it in this spread because you're getting some of that purple from the other side of the design like shadowing through, and that's not what I was like thinking when I was like kind of envisioning what this would look like, but it is what it is. So I've got this kind of like semicircle going. It doesn't have as much of that white space around the edge, which I think I'm fine with. Random scrap paper, which will just go in my pile for like junk journaling or something like that. And then I'm gonna monodots this to the page. So I'm gonna place this one a little bit lower down on like Sunday. And I think I have Sunday plans. I think I also have Saturday off this week. So I have Friday off and I have Saturday off and I have Wednesday off, which is great because I have a lot of work that needs to be done for the sticker shop and also like school stuff that I'm like catching up on. So it's nice to have like a few days off. I don't know if I can really maintain the like 5 work days a week kind of thing on top of like managing the sticker shop and school stuff. I'm taking the last box off of this sheet and then I can get rid of this one. It had fallen out of the book like a couple weeks ago and I was like, I'm gonna really focus on finishing off that sheet so I don't have to deal with one more loose page. And now it's done. It can go in the trash. So we've got that up on Sunday, and then for this cluster over here, I want to work in the orca. Well, should I do the whale tail or should I do the orca? Because then I could like stick with the blue color palette if I just do the tail, because the other 2 whales are blue. And then I could save this for when I use my second sheet of whales so that it wouldn't feel so alone in like all of the blue. I think that's the best decision here. So I'm going to start with like one of these swirling woodblock print kind of things. I've seen some sneak peeks of what Emmuse Designs is doing for their next release, and I am so excited to use the new stickers. I'm pretty sure Em has already like sneak peeked this on her stories, but she has some really cool like gingham like picnic stuff coming to the shop, and it's like red and white gingham, but it has like ants on it, like at a picnic, and I'm so excited to use that. I'm not a huge bug person, and I don't think anyone is. Like, I don't know anyone who's really into bugs, and if so, that would be a little concerning. But I think it would be really cute for like a planner spread. It was like super fun and whimsical. Taking the little tail to just go right here at the bottom of this cluster, and then I can even put a little bit more of this blue around it, kind of like it's splashing. There are some little like watermarks around the tail, but we're going to solidify this like pairing of the Emmuse and the According to Allie. And both of these will be linked down below, like the shops. So According to Allie and Emmuse Designs. Oh, that's looking so good. If I take this like piece of the swirling wood block, I could take it and maybe put it up by like Live Boldly to kind of like bring this cluster out a little bit more. And it doesn't have to stay within the bounds of like that outlined page area. It could like kind of peek up into the date section, which I think is fun. So Live Boldly. We've got a few more little like smaller marks. For my last quote, I'm going to take time to plan because it's the same like kind of typography as the other two, like the kind of cursive versus the one that's a little bit more serifed. So like these two I think I'll use together, but also because Saturday is my day off, that's when I'm going to film Plan With Me's, which it's great to have some time to like sit down and film videos. I was running low on time this week, so I didn't get the videos done that I wanted to get done, but Saturday will be a filming day. Excited about that. Maybe a little bit more blue kind of over there by the quote. I just want to use up the rest of these stickers because I'm like using them. I have 3 left. I don't know what else I would like. I don't know what other project I would like use them for, so I'll make use of them now. I'm putting that one kind of on the edge of the box, and then I'll take like the other like lighter colored one to kind of go by it. This one has a little touch of yellow, or maybe it's gold. It's a little bit more opaque. That's kind of fun. So this could go down here by that box. And then this last like section of it, I'm thinking maybe would kind of be fun to cut in from the side over there. I'll peel it up and we'll just try out some different places. Another sheet of stickers finished. So with this darker one, I was thinking like maybe a touch of it coming in from the side over here, and then I can save the rest of this like sticker for elsewhere in the spread. I just had to be very careful taking it off of the tweezers because again, very fragile stickers. Okay, so that looks fun with like the water splash kind of motif that I'm going for. And then with this one, we could like flip over here again, and it can come in from the other side of the like cluster. So in the sidebar area. Oh, this is looking good. Very, very excited about this. I've got one more whale, but I'm going to save that for like the next time I use whale stickers. Now I have to decide if the washi is too much. So I was thinking like down here, I think just all the patterns together gets a little bit distracting. I'm always a big fan of like stripes and polka dots though. So like, what do we think of that? I think it's kind of fun. Maybe you won't agree with that, but I think it's kind of fun. So I'm going to do a little bit of washi down here at the bottom of this half of the spread. And then I'll add in like another touch of it somewhere else. So like, could do it here, but I think it kind of divides the spread in a weird way. So if I like have it come in from that side, no. I didn't exactly want to have it like on this bottom line either, because like that's also on the bottom line. For this one, I think it would be fun to go into this box for like the sticker release. Just like that. And I could even add like another touch of it kind of like up here in this section. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling it out. Like we're just kind of putting washi down to like see if it works. And that's the nice thing about washi tape is that like it peels up really easily. I mean, granted, like if you put it over stickers, like certain kinds of stickers, it gets a little wonky, but like it is easy to like peel up if you decide that you don't like it after the fact. So I'm just kind of playing around with some different washi tape placements. It's hard because I like it in this cluster, but I don't like it in the other two. And I just don't think I want to like have it in one spot, but not the rest of them. So I'm definitely going to peel up the ones in this center cluster. And as I was saying, certain kinds of stickers, I gotta be careful because these are so delicate to begin with. I think I know what I can do with this. So if I take this like section up off of this cluster, because I don't want it in this cluster, and then I'll take this box that I have up at the top of Sunday for my work shift. I'm gonna peel that one up, and then I'm just gonna put the washi along the top of this so that it'll be like two touches of it, but like kind of counteracting each other. So like lower left-hand corner, upper right-hand corner. I'm gonna take this one and just kind of extend off the page with that. Sunday is also the last day that you can get that Pride Month sticker sheet in my shop. I know Pride Month is over, but any donations to the Trevor Project are their donations. So I wanted to like leave it up through the end of like the weekend for my July release. And they're not stickers that are like exclusive to Pride Month. You could use them at any point during the year, and your donation or like the proceeds will still go to the Trevor Project even if you buy it now in July. I made the June donations on the last month of June because they were doubling or tripling donations. I can't remember which, but I made the donation on the last day of June, and then I'll make another round of donations for anything purchased through the 17th. So 17th is going to be the last day for that Pride Month sticker sheet. Yeah, I like the washi. I mean, that was like a complete 180 pivot, but like, yeah, I like the washi. You're gonna hate me for this, but I think I might have overcomplicated things a little bit with the woodblock print stickers. I like the bigger clusters, but I'm not sure about like some of these fragment ones. So I'm gonna peel them up and save them for another project, but I'm gonna pop this back onto the discs in the meantime, and I'll show you the final spread in just a second. I simplified the woodblock stickers a little bit, and I think I'm happier with the way this turned out. I just kind of like the pieces that were touching the whales, not so much like the periphery of it. So I think the clusters look a little bit cleaner now, and I'll have like a lot more writing space to like kind of move into now that like some of those fragments are out of here. But I think it looks good. I'm very happy with the way this turned out, and I think this is like a fun combo of stickers. I wasn't like expecting to like want to use the scrapbook paper of these quotes. I knew I wanted to use the whales and the like woodblock prints, but I think the combo of all of the elements looks really good. And I think I'm going to call it a spread on this one. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. You can also subscribe to my channel for more fun planner related content, and follow me over on Instagram at Caitlin Plans, where I share after the pen photos as well as photos of spreads that did not get videos. Thanks for watching, and happy planning.